This is ABC 7 News at 6.
Following the fatal shooting in Biddeford, Senator Angus King is leading dozens of his colleagues in calling for stronger accountability measures for ICE agents. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Beth Jones. In a letter to the Department of Homeland Security Secretary, 39 senators urged DHS to fulfill its commitments to deploy and expand the use of body cameras, strengthen officer identification requirements, and review enforcement protocol. The senators pointed out that the victims in Texas and here in Maine were not the intended targets of ICE investigations, but ended up being killed. They wrote in the letter, quote, "We remain supportive of removing dangerous criminals from our communities, but this goal can and must be achieved without endangering these very communities in the process. By no stretch could either of the victims in Texas and Maine be characterized as the worst of the worst, making these tragic deaths even more egregious. The American people deserve clarity and accountability," end quote. In other news, the number of candidates vying to replace Graham Plattner as the Democratic nominee for U.S. Senate thinned dramatically over the weekend after Troy Jackson secured strong support from county delegates. Our Grace Blanchard has the latest.
The path to the Democratic U.S. Senate nomination has become much clearer for former Maine Senate President Troy Jackson. Secretary of State Shenna Bellows, Dr. Nirav Shah, Maine Beer Company owner Dan Cleben, and Jordan Wood all announced on Sunday that they are ending their campaigns. This followed a commanding delegate selection weekend for the Troy Jackson campaign.
Once it became apparent that, that he was getting, all or almost all of these delegates in county after county, I wasn't surprised at all to see Bellows and then Shaw drop out. I mean, what were they going to do?
Political expert Mark Brewer says this has given Jackson a decisive advantage heading into the nominating convention.
The challenge now for Jackson turns to November, right? How can he put himself in the best position to defeat Susan Collins in November? And I think that's a tough question. Right?
Jackson's campaign announced Monday that it is turning its full focus toward defeating incumbent Senator Susan Collins.
He's becoming Graham Plattner 2.0, and I don't know if that's going to help him statewide in running for election.
The chairman of the Maine GOP says he is confident no challenger has the capacity to take Collins' seat.
We're focused on winning elections, and we've never been so unified as we are in this election as a party. It's incredible how we're doing.
If Troy Jackson is anything, he's a fighter.
Democratic political strategist David Farmer says the greatest hurdle ahead for Jackson will be the short time frame between now and November.
He has done something that, given the time constraints, might have seemed impossible. And I believe that is he's unified the Democratic Party for the United States Senate race.
In Augusta, Grace Blanchard, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Switching gears now, a man with 3 prior operating under the influence convictions is back behind bars tonight after allegedly driving into a young family during an event in Lincoln over the weekend. As our Alex Schley tells us, the Penobscot County community is now rallying around the victims as the suspect made his first court appearance.
Just before 3:30 Saturday afternoon, investigators say 57-year-old Carl Hartley drove onto the sidewalk during Lincoln's annual Loon Fest, striking 24-year-old Jasmine Drew and pinning her beneath his vehicle. Police say Hartley also hit Drew's 29-year-old boyfriend, a 5-year-old child, and a 3-month-old infant. They suffered non-life-threatening injuries. On Monday, Hartley appeared before a Penobscot County judge to face charges of aggravated operating under the influence and unlawful trafficking of scheduled drugs.
If not for the fact that a woman was pinned beneath the defendant's vehicle and an infant was almost run over, this would have been an ordinary OUI case, but it illustrates the fact that every OUI can end this way.
The judge also pointed out Hartley has an extensive criminal record which dates back to 1987.
By my count, this is also his 4th time in his life that he's been charged with OUI. At least the 4th time. There are 3 prior convictions for OUI that I'm aware of.
The judge set Hartley's bail at $10,000 cash or $30,000 as surety. While the criminal case moves forward, support for the Drew family continues to grow. A GoFundMe has raised more than $6,000 as of Monday night. Several local businesses have also pledged donations and set up fundraisers. For a full list of participating businesses, go to our website, foxbangor.com. In Penobscot County, Alex Schley for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
A series of new labor laws will take effect next week. A statement from the Maine Department of Labor says together the measures will expand workplace protections, clarify employer responsibilities, strengthen enforcement where appropriate, and invest in workforce development and workplace safety. The new laws include a requirement that employers engaging in electronic workplace surveillance tell prospective employees during the hiring process and provide annual written notice to current employees. It also mandates a statewide study examining occupational gender segregation, including disparities in pay and workplace safety. The new laws take effect July 29th. Fire damaged a church in Washington County earlier today. Pembroke Fire Chief Jim Ramsdell says crews from several towns were called to the Dennisville Edmonds Congregational Church on King Street in Dennisville about 7:30 a.m. He says a passerby noticed the flames and called for help. Luckily, crews were able to put the fire out quickly, but it did melt some of the siding. The church has been serving the community since 1834. The fire marshal's office is investigating to determine what caused that fire. And a structure fire in Montville has been ruled accidental. According to the state fire marshal's office, investigators responded to Montville to investigate a reported structure fire involving a small camp. According to the Montville Fire Department, the incident happened on the Choate Road around 12:30 p.m. The property owner was not home at the time of the fire. It was reported by a neighbor. Investigators determined the fire was caused by the failure of a backup power bank that was being used to provide power to office equipment. Officials say electrical service had recently been restored to the area prior to that fire. No injuries were reported. Authorities say a state trooper prevented a potentially deadly incident Saturday night by intercepting a fleeing wrong-way driver on Interstate 95. According to Maine State Police, shortly after 9 p.m., a Maine game warden was responding to a search and rescue call traveling northbound on I-95 near mile marker 186 in Bangor when the warden encountered a Chevy pickup truck driving erratically in the passing lane. Police say the driver, identified as 60-year-old Lawrence Knowles of Norwich Walk, brake-checked the warden and ignored the emergency signals. The warden notified police and attempted to stop the truck, but officials say the driver then used a restricted emergency vehicle crossover near mile marker 191 in Orono and accelerated southbound to over 80 miles per hour before crossing over again near Hogan Road in Bangor, traveling south in the northbound lane. Authorities say that's when a state police sergeant rammed the truck, forcing it off the roadway and into a ditch where another trooper and a warden boxed it in. Knowles was taken into custody after a brief standoff. He's now facing multiple felony and misdemeanor charges, including eluding an officer, OUI drugs, and reckless conduct with a dangerous weapon, among others. The suspect sustained minor injuries and was transported to a local hospital before being taken to the Penobscot County Jail. We're told no officers were injured in that incident. A Howland man is dead after crashing into a median on I-95 Saturday night. According to Maine State Police, troopers responded to a report of a single vehicle crash in the median of I-95 near mile marker 210 in Edinburgh shortly before 8 p.m. Saturday night. Upon arrival, first responders found 61-year-old Bruce Ireland deceased inside the vehicle. He was the sole occupant. Police say preliminary findings indicated that Ireland was traveling northbound on wet roads at a high rate of speed when he lost control of the sedan, which then entered the wooded median. Officials say Ireland was not wearing a seatbelt. That investigation also ongoing. Well, a Bangor bodega turned pop-up event space is closing, but its owner says it's not the end for the community they've built. James Gallagher of Bangor's Salty Brick Market reopened the space as a place for pop-ups after a late 2024 fire damaged the commercial space he was renting. Now he says the Main Street business will be closing for good, but a new business is taking over the storefront. Gallagher held one final pop-up market to bid the establishment farewell, with half of the proceeds going to benefit local organization Hope for Homeless.
It may look like something's ending or we're starting something new, but I mean, we're just kind of keeping the spirit in the community living outside of four walls.
While what was once Salty Brick Market is now permanently closed, Gallagher says he has big plans to be announced in the near future, so we'll have to Wait to hear what they are. Alrighty, folks, let's pause now and get a first look at our forecast.
Tonight's first weather is brought to you by Old Town Redemption, now offering a 10% bonus on your returnables and a monthly $100 drawing. Well, taking a look at those temperatures out there today, right about average. We're back into the upper 70s to low 80s. Very nice out there. Now, we are going to cool down a bit tonight, down to the low 60s. Tomorrow, a little bit cooler than today, however, very similar. Taking a look at radar out there, a couple clouds, but other than that, sunshine all around the board. Very nice weather out there today. We'll have some nice weather tomorrow, a few more clouds tomorrow. However, we do have some chances for showers and thunderstorms making their way through later tomorrow night into Wednesday, lingering through our Wednesday. For tonight, though, partly cloudy skies with temperatures falling right into the low to mid 60s.
And there is more local news ahead. Stay with us.
Critical investments are strengthening Maine, thanks to Senator Susan Collins. The biggest investment in our rural hospitals in decades. New investments for working waterfronts, like the breakwater in Eastport. Investments to help homeless veterans find housing. Investments for Maine to train new doctors and nurses. Thousands of investments, thanks to the power of Senator Susan Collins. Call Senator Collins and ask her to keep delivering for Maine.
Kirk Fisher is a motorcycle attorney with first responder experience. He protects fellow riders and those in danger, fighting fires and fighting for your rights. Experienced, determined, and dedicated. Iron Horse Motorcycle Lawyers. Look for motorcycles, or Kirk Fisher will be looking for you.
Webb's RV Center has a 4-acre lot with over 75 previously owned campers all on sale, plus another 4 acres of new RVs and motorhomes. Webb's RV will take anything in trade. You can buy a camper anywhere, but be sure to buy your next camper at your local neighbor. A website can't service your RV, but Webb's RV will. And they have the biggest service department in the state of Maine to help you enjoy your RV or motorhome.
So come on down, neighbor. The coffee pot's on and the pencil is sharp.
Mow, dig, haul, trench. The reliable Kubota BX Series subcompact tractor is highly capable. A smooth hydrostatic transmission makes for easy operation and versatile attachments that help you handle the job. The Kubota BX Series, rated #1 in durability and owner experience. Talk to your Kubota dealer to schedule a demo.
Available at Doors Equipment, 1468 Outer Hammond Street, Bangor.
For the best selection in classic and contemporary furnishings, stop by Richard Parks Furniture on High Street in Ellsworth. Handcrafted New England-made bedrooms and dining rooms, imported Scandinavian recliners and upholstery, more than 40 lines of furniture for the home and patio. Richard Parks Furniture is your #1 stop for quality, functionality, and well-designed furniture at affordable prices. Richard Parks Furniture.
Discover Richard Parks.
132 High Street in Ellsworth.
Discover Richard Parks.
You're watching ABC7 Bangor.
Welcome back. A Maine couple is turning recycling into a full-time endeavor. As our Jody Hersey tells us, they've found a way to repurpose those heavy-duty plastic feed sacks into a multi-use product that just about all of us use on a daily basis.
In the middle of Jefferson, Maine, the creators of Blue Earth Bags are hard at work.
We're in the middle of nowhere, selling bags all over the country and some internationally.
This environmentally conscious couple was just looking for a way to keep chicken feed bags out of the landfill and came up with the idea to repurpose them into reusable shopping bags.
And we use them every day for groceries. I mean, anything you can imagine that you want to put in the bag.
Family and friends convinced the Fens that their product was worth selling. So 4 years ago, they started offering their handmade products online, and now they sell out faster than their hands can sew them.
we sell more in California and Texas than any other state.
And I'm very pleased at the popularity because it's important that this stuff stay out of the trash. It really is, because it just piles up, and they can't really recycle it. This material does not get recycled. And so this is one way that it can be reused.
The Fens source their material from local animal owners that drop off used feed bags in collection bins at the transfer station in Nobleboro and the local feed store in the town of Washington.
We bring them home, wash them, and then cut them up, and then sew them. They're very thick, durable. They last a long time. I've had some that we've used probably for 5 years that are still going strong.
To learn more, log on to blueearthbags.com. In Jefferson, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News. Definitely one of the coolest creations I have seen, that is for sure. Folks, just ahead we have sports and your full forecast. Keep it right here.
Bogies offers a different kind of night out in Bangor, blending a full restaurant with sports simulators, axe throwing, and live music. We have something for everyone. Bogies, a new way to play.
Bob's Discount is about to go even further. The Massachusetts sales tax holiday is officially the weekend of August 8th and 9th, and it's already gimmicks galore out there. With Bob's Discount, you get untouchable values every day.
Oh, my Bob!
It's a big, big deal. Summer is a big deal at Toyota.
It's the final days of Toyota's Big, Big Deal Summer Event, where you could get a deal like an affordable $279 a month lease on a stylish Corolla Cross SUV with a $14,764 total contract cost. Summer's a big, big deal at Toyota, the longest-lasting brand with the best resale value. So see your New England Toyota dealer.
It's a big, big deal.
Toyota, let's go places.
Did you know Susan Collins was the deciding vote for Donald Trump's Supreme Court justices who overturned Roe v. Wade? And she voted to put more than 100 Trump judges on the bench. Because of Susan Collins, states are banning abortion with no exceptions for rape or incest. And women are dying. And she's still standing by it.
I do not regret that vote.
Tell Susan Collins, stop voting for Trump's anti-choice judges.
Cancer affects everyone, but there is hope at Northern Light Eastern May Medical Center's Champion the Cure Challenge, where every dollar raised helps patients in our own backyard. Make a difference. Walk, run, or cycle August 15th in Brewer. Visit ctcchallenge.org.
Bogies offers a different kind of night out in Bangor, blending a full restaurant with sports simulators, axe throwing, and live music. We have something for everyone. Bogies, a new way to play.
Welcome back in, folks. The 2026 North American World Cup has come and it has gone, but it finished with a bang on Sunday. Caroline Elliott has more.
Spain's soccer team returning home Monday after winning its second World Cup title ever. Thousands of fans welcomed the players back as they held a victory parade through Madrid.
I'm just next level ecstatic about the win.
Spain with superiority and everything. They was control the whole time.
And with a goal in extra time, Spain defeated Argentina in front of a star-studded crowd Sunday afternoon. Spain's women are also reigning champions, making the country the first to hold both trophies at the same time.
I feel super happy and having the opportunity to enjoy this experience with the family is amazing.
Argentina's Messi was emotional after the loss, soaking in what many believe could be his final World Cup match. He holds the record for the most appearances, having played 34 matches across a historic 6 tournaments.
One thing you cannot deny, whenever Messi touched the ball, you were stressing.
Throughout the tournament, Messi and soccer's top stars played in front of a record 6.8 million people. And fans say they hope it's a sign the sport will only continue to grow.
More players with notoriety coming into the States, and that's bringing a lot of attention to the game that wasn't here before.
What a success and really cultural moment the American World Cup was. I certainly will never forget this summer. We'll pivot to baseball. The Boston Red Sox went into the All-Star break on a hot streak, and they picked up right where they left off over the weekend against the Tampa Bay Rays. The Sox swept the Rays, moving them on to 13 straight wins, which marks the second best winning streak in franchise history, tying the 1948 team. It was the Bats that came alive out of the break, scoring 28 runs, which is just 1 run shy of tying their current season series high. Here was interim manager Chad Tracy after the game on being 2 games away from the all-time streak and what worked for their team this series.
It's really cool, and 1 game at a time. Go to the next game. There's a lot of differences. Not much in the pitching. The pitching's been great, but we have put some things together offensively. We've found different ways to score runs. We're taking much better at bats. We're grinding at bats, having longer at bats. We're taking more walks. We're finding ways to score runs without hitting a ball out of the infield, and we're finding a way to hit the ball over the fence to score runs. So,
Sox play the Orioles tonight at Fenway. Switching gears and bringing it back local, Maine hockey fans may have a new trip on their calendar. On Monday, the Maine hockey team announced they'll play Cornell inside the famous Madison Square Garden down in New York City. On Saturday, November 28th, in the Frozen Apple. The Frozen Apple is a biannual event where Cornell hosts a team in Madison Square Garden. In 2024, it was Quinnipiac, and it will be the Black Bears' turn in 2026. How lucky are those Maine boys getting to play in one of the most storied arenas in the world? We'll have more for you later. For now, that's all the time we have for sports. Here is your full 5-day forecast.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Iron Horse Motorcycle Lawyers. Ride smart, ride safe, enjoy the weekend, and enjoy the road with Iron Horse Motorcycle Lawyers, Boothbay Harbor. Well, let's take a look at those temperatures out there for today. Very nice, very summer-like, and we are sitting right about average in those upper 70s and low 80s. Tomorrow, very similar day, cooling down to those low 60s tonight. Very similar, like I said, tomorrow, back into the mid to upper 70s for us once again on Wednesday. However, a little bit warmer for Wednesday. Taking a look at the temperatures moving forward, a little bit of a climb. We're moving up in temperatures. However, for the next week, we are sitting right about average with our average in those low 80s. We're going to be in those upper 70s and low 80s. Now, we also are looking at some humidity once the showers and thunderstorms move through Tuesday night into Wednesday. The humidity will leave and we'll have much more comfortable weather heading into your weekend. Now, we have some rain showers and thunderstorms in the forecast for Tuesday night into Wednesday. So tomorrow will be a nice day. However, Wednesday we'll have some lingering showers and thunderstorms through much of the day. Taking a look at radar right now, a couple clouds, but other than that, lots of sunshine in the area. However, we do have rain showers and thunderstorms on their way for us into our Tuesday night and Wednesday. So tomorrow we'll have some clouds, but other than that, it will still be a good day. Don't cancel your plans tomorrow. However, we will have a chance for showers and thunderstorms. This is late Tuesday night here in the Bangor region. This is going to move out of our area. However, we will still see lots of chances for lingering showers and thunderstorms. These will be scattered on our Wednesday. However, we will still have more of a chance once again on Wednesday. After the day on Wednesday, lots of drier weather is on the way through our Thursday into Friday and again for our Saturday. Very nice way to start off the weekend and go through much of our weekend staying dry. For tonight, temperatures in those mid-50s with partly cloudy skies, a little bit of a breeze out there as well. For tomorrow, temperatures climb into the upper 70s with mostly cloudy skies, and we'll have a bit of wind out there as well. Taking a look at your extended forecast, after tomorrow, we do have that chance for showers and thunderstorms. Late Tuesday night into Wednesday, Thursday and Friday look to be very nice, partly cloudy skies. Temperatures back into the upper 70s to low 80s. Saturday, lots more sunshine is on the way with temperatures back into the low to mid 80s.
Thank you, Anna. And there is still more to come right after the break.
Make your outdoor living space dreams come true with a little help from Granville Stone and Hearth. Granville can help you go from this to this. Outdoor fireplaces, custom outdoor kitchens, gorgeous stone patios, and more. You bring the dreams, we'll supply the materials to make it all real. Create your stunning outdoor oasis with help from the experts at Granville Stone and Hearth, Main Road, Holden.
Hey, my daughter got Camper of the Week.
Wow, that's a big deal. We got a big deal too. Right, Mom? Okay, see that brand new Hyundai Santa Fe over there? We only paid.
Wasn't that?
Nice. Enjoy your new car.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Lease an all-wheel drive Hyundai Santa Fe SE for $259 a month, or get 0% APR plus 0 payments for 90 days. Hurry in.
ABC 7, Fox 22. The place we call home, telling main stories wherever you roam. From sunrise shores to forests of pine, hard work, strong hearts, values that shine. From old towns to harbors, back roads to ocean blue. Neighbors helping neighbors in all that we do. Through storms and clear skies, day after day, we're here with the stories that matter in Maine. From mountains to sea, standing strong and true. This is Maine, this is home on ABC 7, Fox 22.
A Bangor education center that specializes in NASA-inspired learning introduced new technology during summer camp. Our Sam Miller reports that this is the next step in immersive, hands-on education.
As part of its Robot Plus Plus summer camp, the Challenger Learning Center of Maine introduced campers to new educational drones that will amplify hands-on learning in STEM education. The drone program explores the growing field of drone technology and its connection to space exploration, and campers learn the fundamentals of flight, engineering, and problem solving. The center held a time trial where campers flew drones through an obstacle course and documented their times by writing down their results and placing them on a graph. Center Executive Director Kristen Hibbard says she's been amazed by the attitudes of the kids and highlighted their efforts to step out of their comfort zone.
With a great attitude, if you're new to STEM, you could conquer anything. And then they have built and created amazing things. We just help give them the tools and opportunities to do those. And it's everything from they've built Mars habitats with whole systems to support life on the surface of Mars, to they've even built what we call Kane's Arcade. They've built arcade, a whole arcade from scratch in one day. Wow. And so it's just amazing fun things are happening here this summer.
Throughout the week, students will learn to code and program the drones to autonomously fly using built-in commands. On top of the drone, students are working in pairs and building complex robots using LEGO Education spike sets. Fifth grader Lauren Pelletier returned for her second year at the camp and described her favorite parts of coming back.
Just all the activities, because they're really fun, because we do like different activities and get to like learn about like outer space and engineering.
The drones will soon become part of additional after-school programs and other educational events throughout the year. In Bangor, Sam Miller, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Definitely a great place to learn and maybe be inspired to dream a little too. Alrighty, folks, that is going to do it for us. From everyone here at ABC 7 News, take care and have a great rest of your night. And for more, join us over on Fox 22 News tonight at 6:30.
this week, tracking dangerous wildfire smoke as it...
He used a name, my grandmother's name, who was never even associated. She's 93 years old and no longer does business.
Listen to me. You can't stand in anyone's place. Libel and slander is a personal action. So if this is all you have no case against him. You have to return his money. $495? Yes. Judgment for the plaintiff. We're done.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Judge Judy continues in a moment. And on the next Judge Judy.
My opinion's the only one that counts.
Breeding is not a science. I've been doing this 30 years.
There wasn't a breeding going on.
He just decided he didn't want to do business with me.
She basically kind of like taunted me a little bit, told me that, yeah, the check, I just sent it yesterday.
I wish him the best, and I wish him good luck with his Rottweiler.
I got my Rottweiler, and I'm happy.
This is Fox 22 News Tonight.
Following the fatal shooting in Biddeford, Senator Angus King is leading dozens of his colleagues in calling for stronger accountability measures for ICE agents. Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Beth Jones. In a letter to the Department of Homeland Security Secretary, 39 senators urged DHS to fulfill its commitments to deploy and expand the use of body cameras, strengthen officer identification requirements, and review enforcement protocol. The senators pointed out that the victims in Texas and here in Maine were not the intended targets of ICE investigations, but ended up being killed. They wrote in the letter, quote, "We remain supportive of removing dangerous criminals from our communities, but this goal can and must be achieved without endangering these very communities in the process. By no stretch could either of the victims in Texas and